Good morning, beautiful world. Honesty is always the best policy. Am I right? And the truth will always set you free. So, I want to talk a little bit more about my spiritual growth because this has been the most rewarding time of my life. Stepping into my light, if I speak honestly, has been the most traumatic experience of my life. I thought that my most traumatic experience in my life was after my auto accident, but I was wrong. These past 4 years have been. So, what happened 4 years ago? I surrendered and gave up my wrestling with God. Did I understand it at the time? No, because I was still being reborn. Do you remember my post about seasons? Well, that was my season of proving my faith. But it began with faith in myself, that I was capable, that I wasn't going to allow my experiences and my struggling to tear me apart anymore. Faith is faith. And your daily actions expresses your faith. Faith will always move you forward, and fear will always keep you stuck. As I began reading the Bible last year and given divine wisdom, I understood how and why this process can be avoided. Regardless of if you believe me about certain things, we all know on the inside, down to our very core, what we are supposed to be doing. God was a genius when He created man. He implanted desires, our gifts, our truths within us in hopes that we will take the best steps to allow these things to manifest properly. That's why He knows us even before we were born. We all knew Him before we were born. It's the reasons why I have always feared the darkness, why ghost movies terrified me, why I'm truly afraid of water, and so on, and so on. In life, we are to conquer our fears, or else our fears conquer us. Everything from who we are supposed to be up to our fears are deeply rooted into our DNA. When we come out of our mama's womb, we know our true spirit and our true calling. We just don't have our true voice yet. We must grow into it. But something happens along the way. Life. We are taught by our parents certain beliefs. These beliefs will either move you towards your true self, your gifts, or move you away and cause fear, separation, and deeper misunderstanding of who you are. We end up meeting people who alter or change or encourage these limiting beliefs. We'll have experiences that will either alter, enhance these limiting beliefs. Jesus said that if we are of the light, those of the world shall not love you, because you are not of this world. It's because whatever is different, it's poked at. Different frightens people. even ourselves, which is why change is so complicated. This shedding of the old self, being reborn into the light, is exactly what it says. In order to shed or be reborn, you must let go of the old, which means death. Death of the flesh. God says that when we live within the flesh, we live within sin and earthly desires. We are supposed to be on a spiritual journey, not a worldly journey to see how many parties we can attend, how much money that we can attain, or how many kids we are going to have, and all of that fluff in between. I say fluff because fluff is meaningless compared to what living within the light is. Isn't that what Jesus promises if we walk in the light? Life. God says that He wants us to be prosperous, but He's so kind and gracious that He gives us the choice and waits on us. We all know how traumatic it is to lose a loved one. We are robbed of love for however long it takes to heal our wounds. But when you are coming into your light, there's really no time to mourn. Time is important. Too much wasted time, and you'll lose out on opportunities. Wasted time leaves too much time to ponder on the pros and cons of moving forward, which allows your mind to conjure up fears, which, if allowed, will fester and grow into paralyzing defeat. Jesus says that we shall experience everything that He ever did when we choose to walk this beautiful and bright walk, all the way down to the death. No, we aren't buried, and there won't be a formal ceremony for your death, because you will be doing this alone, almost in secret. Yet something will be different about you every step of this traumatic yet beautiful way. This death for you will be exactly as Jesus's. Stabbed, prodded, poked, beaten, tortured, bleeding outwardly. Except it's all internal. The death of old negative ways, negative thinking, negative words, judgments, fears, doubts, ego-based thinking, pride, sadness, pain, hate, blame. Layers of lifetimes of layers must be shed in order to wake up lighter to your true self. This traumatic and beautiful change isn't a change that we weren't warned about. It's been in the books before you were created. You knew that you'd be doing this. You agreed to this plan. All of this pain and turmoil that you're experiencing is part of the plan. God provides us with several options of who we can become and allows us to choose. But which one brings you closer to your truth and your light? For myself, I can be a poetry writer, a public speaker. I can help you get fit. I can be a grocery store clerk. Or I can be who I am right now and become blessed with my spiritual gifts because I chose my path correctly. I can still write a book. I can still be that public speaker. I can still enhance your lives while being the light that I am. This is the best way to be and to live. As the light, that you are. Your spirit, your inner light is calling you. Let him or her shine brightly. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light shine so before men, that they may see your good works, and glorify your Father which is in heaven. We are all candles. Some are round, some square, some short, some tall. Some are big and some are small. Some burn bigger than others, and some never burn at all and are just used for decoration. Some candles burn for a while, but then their wicks become too embedded within the candle to ever see the light again, and they are thrown away. Be the candle that burns bright. No matter how long this season may linger for you, keep moving, keep having faith, and one day you're going to shine and all the world will see. This is Christy. Much love, light, healing your way. I am bringing purpose to your life. Take care.